guys, it's Chris Mom, and so today I'm going to be wearing bareMineral's Bare Pro Foundation. I'm going to test it for kind of all day wear and see how I like it. So let's get started. So today again I'm gonna I'm gonna use bareMineral's Bare Pro foundation. I'm gonna show you the bottle a little bit later in the video because there's some issues that I have with this bottle, and it's happened a couple times. Someone else I know that has, well, you know what, I'll just talk about it. So this bottle, I don't know if it's a flaw. Well, it has to be a flaw. This bottle comes apart really easy. The pump, something is wrong with how the pump, and I mean, you can see how much foundation is on there. So again, this is someone else who I know has this product. They had this exact same problem where when they tried, I don't know if it's the cap is too thick on it, but when they tried to take the cap off, the whole mechanism came off with it. And this happened to us a couple times with this product as well. So I don't know what the fault in it is. But I personally have not used this yet. I've used it on a photo shoot and it photographs amazingly, but I have not used it on myself. I personally am not a big fan of bareMineral's foundations, but I thought I would give it a try and see. So I do have my primer on, which I use Merle Norman's 24 karat gold face firming primer. I like that a lot. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. This is my sponge I've been using lately. I really like this sponge. It just seems like it does really well. Now you do need to squeeze it out quite a bit because it does hold quite a bit of water. And I do feel like it does pick up a lot of product. So what have you guys been into? I have been in a funk lately. I get into them. I try to not get into them. I try to get myself out of them as quick as I get into them. But kind of like the whole, what is the meaning of life, and what is my existence here, and why am I here? And I get very philosophical, and when I do that, I really do. I start like looking into philosophers, and one of my favorites is Marcus Aurelius, and so I read a lot of his meditations. And then there's a few church fathers. I'm Catholic, so there's a few church fathers that I'll read. Aquinas and Scott Hahn. I like Scott Hahn's stuff. Not that he's a church father, but he's definitely a theologian. And then right now I'm reading Matthew Kelly, The Biggest Lie in Christianity. And so I really like books like that. It helps me get through kind of my funks that I get in. And we all have them. I mean, we all get into those. Maybe I am the only one. I don't think so. But, you know, we all just kind of get into that. Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? So that's kind of where I've been at all week. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I get in these moods, and I want to do more. And then I see, I guess, like where people are suffering or whatever, and I want to know, like, how can I help, and what do I need to do on my end? And so anyway, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I have to say there's no funky smell. Instead of going off camera, let me get another mirror here, and I'll kind of settling in my pores, and the funny thing is I don't really have a lot of big pores. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then right here, it's kind of settling in. I don't like that. Yeah, it's kind of just settling into every little nook and cranny, and I have primer on, and I will say that this little cheap Wet n Wild cushion foundation, I love this stuff, but it breaks me out, so I can only wear it for a few hours, and I have to wash it off my face, and I definitely cannot forget to not wash it off my face, or I really break out really bad. But I have to say that this does not do this. And I use the exact same primer. Now, I haven't dermaplaned in a few days, meaning I haven't taken the hair off my face. I haven't done that in a couple weeks, so I shouldn't say a few days. Yeah, I'm not liking how, right now I'm not liking it. I'm not liking, it's very patchy. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I got a little bit of dry skin on my nose. It's kind of clinging to that. You can see it's not blended very well in my eyebrows. Ooh, I need to do my eyebrows. Yeah, I'm not liking it. And this is how I've been applying a lot of my foundations lately, other than my Hourglass one, which I love this one. Oh my gosh, I love this one. I have to apply that with a brush. That one doesn't do well with a sponge. Yeah, okay, so, all right. Thoughts right now, not too keen on it for the price and what else is out there. But I'll finish up my makeup and we'll do a wear test and see how it goes. I'm not really sure what I want to kind of do on my eyes today. I'm kind of feeling like this purple vibe. Maybe I'll do that. I think that's what I'll probably end up doing. I'm kind of feeling purpley. Like I want to do a purple. So let me get, I've got a purple here. Let me get, I think I'll use my Modern Renaissance palette today. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. All right, so we'll put it on. I don't typically put transition colors down. I like to just kind of put my color down to get the primer to really grab that color. So that's kind of a preference. If you are new to makeup, if you're still trying to learn, I definitely would put a transition color down until you kind of learn how to blend out things, because especially if you're using mattes can be very tricky with just putting a straight primer down and then just kind of going straight in with them, because they can skip, and if you aren't really sure how to kind of blend, it can get very especially patchy in the inner corner of the eye. So we're just gonna use Modern Renaissance and another color by Merle Norman. So using a flat brush, and I'm gonna use Tempera as my kind of all over. Like I said today, I'm really just kind of wanting a soft color. So that's what we're gonna do. And again, if I wanted more of a bold statement, I would just go straight in and not use a transition shade. I am a big fan of packing eyeshadow in, especially as you get older, because of all the little fine lines we have and all the extra skin that we have. When you go in and you pat, for me, it just puts the color in there and it fills in those little fine lines, and it doesn't grab them as much, and so I don't feel like it accentuates them as if I were just to kind of go in and just do a quick wash. The next color I'm going to use is the one right next to it, is the Golden Ochre, right there. And I'm going to just pretty much take that all the way over the whole eye. Again, another transition shade. Basically, I'm just not going to put it in the eyebrow area. And tap that off, and again, just kind of patting that all over. Excuse me. So what else is new? So let's see, kids are back in school, obviously. I mean, they've been in school for a while. What else is going on? I got a couple new affiliates on my website. I now have a Charlotte Tilbury affiliate, which I'm super, super excited about. And if you guys didn't know, she's going to be the official makeup for Victoria's Secret's modeling this, not modeling, the show this year. I personally don't watch that show, but I thought that was kind of a cool thing that, you know, she was going to be the makeup artist for that, and her makeup was going to be the makeup they used this year. So I thought that was kind of cool. The next color I'm going to go into is going to be, again, because like I said, I'm kind of in like this purpley mood, is going to be this Bon Fresco. And I'm going to use a crease brush. This is a Morphe crease brush. This particular Morphe does not have a number on it, so. And as you guys know, I kind of make a fake crease because of the hooded eye. I don't really have a crease per se, so I fake it. Now, what I like about this palette, pretty much, well, any of the Anastasia palettes, I personally like them. I haven't had a problem. I know a lot of people had a problem with, like, I think the Subculture and not the Soft Glam, but I can't remember the other one that people were kind of, I like their powders. I don't have a problem with them. I have said it before. I do think that you can't be like a digger in your palette. You got to just kind of pat into it and tap it off. They are a little fluffy. But I don't have a problem with that myself. I don't, that's not a challenge for me. All right, so we're gonna go into the other eye. And again, this is just kind of a purpley look today. My youngest one at home, the baby, she is full-blown terrible twos. You can tell she's the baby. She's definitely spoiled. So yesterday, day before yesterday, she wanted to watch TV, and I only let her watch about an hour in the morning. Kind of normally when I'm like picking up and doing dishes and stuff. So I use the TV as the babysitter, sorry. Parenting fail. But I don't have anybody else here to help me, and it allows me to get my housework done, and I want a clean house, so I'll let the TV babysit my kid. So anyway, so after the hour I take, I'm like, okay, no more TV. It's not, you can't. And she got really mad. Like, so she got so mad, she went and took a hairbrush. She had a hairbrush she was playing with, and she hit the TV with the hairbrush. And then we have a bookcase that our TV is in. It's like built into the house and into the wall. And there were a few things like the keyboard and the mouse. And I can't remember what else. Something else was on the cabinet. Obviously it's at her level. And that little booger, she got so mad, she like did this swiping motion and just knocked everything off. And I didn't laugh at her, but inside I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you have a temper. Like, you are too. No, ma'am, this is not happening. So of course I put her in the naughty step, and I said, we don't act like that. I understand that you're angry. What you're feeling is anger, but you can't do that. Like, that's not acceptable behavior. You can't, just get all mad and throw a fit and terrorize the house and destroy things. So I left everything there, and then when she had calmed down, we have a naughty step that she has to sit on. And when she had calmed down, I made her come in and pick everything up. And whew, she did not like that. She was not happy with that. She kept telling me, no, mommy, no, mommy. So that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the 2-year-old and the, no, mommy, she's not doing it. Which is funny. And like I said, I laughed at her. I didn't laugh at her like to let her see that I was laughing at her, but I just thought, my goodness, like you little booger. So I'm just gonna kind of buff this out because again, I'm just kind of going with a soft look today. I'm not wanting anything real heavy, just a light look. Blend, 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 blend. And then, like I said, there is a Merle Norman color that I'm going to use down here. It's from a few seasons ago. It's called Misbehaved. It's just a nice purple that I really enjoy, and it's one of the ones I really wish that they would have kept, you know, in their line. Don't you hate that sometimes, like, a makeup company will come out with like just a temporary color, and you're like, no, that's the one that needs to be in your line all the time. It's just a really pretty purple. And as you can see, I'm just kind of concentrating that main deep color right there in the little crease right here. And in the really the fold of my eye, kind of darkening that up to give it more of that appearance of a crease. All right, and then the next color I think I'm gonna go into is the Antique Bronze. I'm pretty much just kind of staying up here. So I'm gonna go into the Antique Bronze. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep using this brush. And I'm just gonna put that right on the lid. I'm just gonna pat that on the lid. I'm not impressed with this foundation. I'm not liking it at all. Not at all. I don't know how it looks on camera, but I have to tell you, in the mirror, it's, I'm not liking it. Not liking it at all. All right, got a little bit of fallout there. And I think then the next color I'm gonna go into is the Vermeer, and I'm gonna again put that, I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm going to pat that right into my lid area and kind of down. Didn't mean to go all the way down there. Just right there on the corner. And I'm going to use kind of a flat, it's not an angle brush, flat brush, and I'm going to go into the color Love Letter and back into that Antique Bronze. And I'm going to use the Antique Bronze right here. Pat that in there. And then go into the color Love Letter with that same, and kind of starting, so here's the Antique Bronze. I'm gonna go into that and go right there and back over it. So kind of blending the two together. And then I'm gonna kind of blend those out. Smoke that out a little bit, okay. And then for brows today, I'm going to use Merle Norman's sculpting pencil. Oh, I really need to do my eyebrows. I am so sorry. I did not realize I needed to tweeze them so badly. You guys enjoying the cooler weather? I know I am. This is the time of year that I just totally thrive. I love the cooler weather. I am not a hot weather person. Now I myself, I like this formula. I do think that it's a little on the waxier side. So if you kind of like more of the softer, powdery type pencils, you're not gonna like this one. But I do like it. I feel like it does what I need it to do. It fills in my brows. And now if you kind of go like to wipe it on your hand, it doesn't transfer very well. It definitely needs kind of like the traction of your hair to get it in there and get it on your brow. Sometimes if I really want real dramatic, what I'll do is I'll pencil it in with these, and then I have a powder that I use, and then I go back with like a sealer and do that, but we're not gonna do that today. I'm just kind of more about the foundation test is really what I'm doing today, as opposed to my eye look. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to, I don't know if I want to wear lashes today. But I definitely want to put some blush on. So I'm going to, right now, I'm using the Sugar Bomb by Benefit. So I'm going to put on today just kind of like a little bit of a kind of glow. I really like this. This is probably one of my favorite blushy bronzer all over kind of. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Sorry about my nose itching. And then probably want to clean that kind of highlighted look up underneath my eye right now. I'm not really liking that. Let me put a little bit of concealer on that. Not really liking that. Kind of clean that up a little bit. This is a concealer I got in a gift pack from Merle Norman. It's their dual action concealer. It's not really my color. This is in neutral, medium light neutral. If you haven't tried their concealers, I like them. Now they can be a little on the drying side, so sometimes they will settle into fine lines, but I find if I set it with a setting powder, I don't have really a problem with them. And I don't use them real heavy. I don't put a lot of concealer on, as you can see. I just little dot, and I kind of really pretty much just kind of put a couple little dots here, and then I blend it out. I don't do the whole. All right, so I still don't know what I want to do. I don't know. All right. Guess I'll put some highlighter on. I like the Tarte Pro palette. It's one of my favorites. I cannot use the cream in there though. The cream highlighter or the cream contour, it's, my skin doesn't like it. My skin doesn't tend to like a lot of creams though, so. And I'll put a little bit of sculpt in there. Sculpt that up. Still not sure if I want to wear lashes today or not. I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to put some eyeliner and mascara on and be done with it. And I just flip my brush around. So I use the, sorry, my nose, there's something in this room that anytime I come in here, my nose just starts running. I am not a coquette, I swear. So when I'm doing my sculpting, I use this side. And then when I do my highlight, I use this side. Again, my thing is, not again, I say again a lot. I want people to not spend a ton of money on brushes if they don't have it, because it's not necessary. You can get 5 brushes is really all you need. If you're doing a lot of pro type things, if you're going out and doing a lot of pro makeup, then yeah, invest in brushes. But if you're just an everyday lady, just trying to do your makeup, just trying to go to work, 5 brushes, it's all you need. And if you can create all those looks with those 5 brushes. The other brushes, yes, they are nice to have, but they're not necessary. You can do the exact same thing. Yeah, I gotta put some eyeliner in. This went way different than what I was going for. You ever have days like that where you're like, this is not what I was going for? Excuse me, I'm gonna go off camera for a second and wipe my nose. All right, Super Cat eyeliner, because it is my favorite. Tell me like what eyeliner you guys like. This has been the one that I've been using for about 2 years now. There are a few others out there that I like, but this just seems to be the one that the tip stays pretty consistent from start to finish. It doesn't dry out. It can, if I'm not careful, if I try to push too hard, it can kind of get liquidy and spread a little bit, but for the most part, it doesn't. So I do like that. I like it a lot. And I like that it's kind of like a semi-matte, so it has a little bit of shine, but it's a matte. Not a huge fan of real glossy black eyeliner. that to me just, it defines my lashes better for me. I like that look. And then I use not all the time, but a lot of times I'll use a black eyeliner to go on the upper waterline, not the bottom waterline. I typically don't wear a lot of stuff on the waterline. Maybe kind of like a highlight. I'll take, you know, this and put it in my highlight area. If you watch Emily Noel, she does this a lot. It does give your eyes kind of a nicer highlighted look. There are inner nude eyeliners out there. Merle Norman has a really good one. The only thing I don't like about the Merle Norman one is it dries out pretty quickly. I've bought about 4 of those and I don't use it a lot. I think if you used it every day, it would be okay because you would sharpen through it. But I don't use it enough that it ends up drying out on me within about 6 months. So I've had to replace them because of drying out, not because I've actually used them all. So that again is probably more on me than on their product. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put some lips on and I'm not gonna do lashes today. I am just gonna do mascara. I think my mascara that I'm gonna use today is, sorry guys, I thought I had it. Oh yeah, it's right here. Just gonna use good old fashioned Great Lash. This to me, you know, it is one of the best mascaras out there. It's been out there for a long time. It does what it's supposed to do. It's very inexpensive. Are there better mascaras out there? Of course there are. But I think that, you know, this is one of those ones that you just kind of keep as a staple. My humble opinion. And Maybelline makes good products. I think that the drugstores are having to up their game with all the makeup companies coming out for, like, you know, you have Morphe and ColourPop and Pure, who are making pretty amazing makeup for really, really inexpensive. And, well, I guess NYX would be a drugstore brand. But you have them making these products that are way less expensive, and so the drugstore makeup companies are having to up their game because they realize that the consumer is wised up now. Like, you know, you can get the same product for considerably less, and so now they're realizing, you know, that they've got to keep this market, they've got to up their game. I am just having an off day today with makeup. All right. I just got my mascara all over my face. If that happens, as you see, let it dry. Don't touch it. Just move on, go do something else, let it dry, and then come back and clean it up. If you try to go in, obviously, while it's still wet, you're gonna smear it. But if you let it kind of do this thing while let it dry, and then go in and like take a Q-tip and flick it off, it'll work much better. This eye's a little heavier than what I want it to be, so I'm gonna, and here's the thing guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you have an eyeshadow that went just a little too heavy, you know, blend, but you can also go into like a more of a flesh tone color and kind of dip your blender brush into it, not heavy, don't fill it up, just kind of dip it in and tap it off. And then normally if you just kind of go above it, it'll tone that back down for you and it won't muddy it So I want to buff that out a little bit more. I've got my line just a little too heavy right there. All right. Let's see, lips, and then I'll take off the funky part of the mascara. Sorry, let's just be so loud today. And I'm not gonna line my lips today. I am just going to use the NYX Powder Puff Lippy. I really like this stuff. It is kind of it's a cream, but it does dry down matte. It lasts pretty long. This color is Moody. I like this color. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. All right. So that mascara is probably dry. I have a little Q-tip, but I'm gonna actually just use my blender. Kind of fold that over. And just kind of flick that up. And if that doesn't get it, which it typically does, if that doesn't get it, then I'll go back in after I flick it up and go back in with a little bit of concealer and wipe that off. Yeah, not a fan of this foundation, guys. I feel like it's really aging, like, I feel like it's really settling in my creases. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's clean up the lips a little bit here. Okay, so here's today's look again. No mascara. I can't talk today. No eyelashes, just regular makeup. Went a little bit heavier than what I kind of intended, but that's all right. Do like the eye look. Not liking the foundation. So I'll check back in with you guys here in a few hours, tell you how it's kind of working, what it's doing, if it's breaking down any. But yeah, not impressed right now. Not a big fan. I'll set it with powder. I'll set it with my Becca powder, because that's what I set my other stuff with. So I will do that. If you guys haven't tried this Becca powder, I love this stuff. If you have dry skin, this stuff, it's just a drink of water for your face. Do not put it under your eyes though. Don't set it under your eyes. That is not your friend under your eyes. I don't know what it does with concealer. I don't know what's in concealer that makes it kind of turn yellow, but it truly does. But you can feel it. You can feel the water droplets, and it's pretty darn amazing. And then I have the Fit Me Loose powder by Maybelline. I love that stuff. I do that if I'm going to do like a whole baking. But again, not really doing that today. Today's about the foundation. Really wasn't about anything else. So I will check back in with you guys here in a few hours and let you know how this is wearing. So far, I am not impressed. And I guess maybe I kind of went into it with just because the bottle that we were having a problem with, and again, like I said, someone else I know had the exact same problem we did. Maybe if you had really young skin, this would work really well on, but definitely mature skin, 46-year-old skin is not liking this. And I would say I don't have big pores. I do have some lines, obviously, around my eyes, in my forehead, in here. And I don't feel like the other foundations I use really settle into those as much, or if at all. And just a little bit that I can see, I'm not liking it. Now, as far as lightweight, I do feel like it's very lightweight. I'm not feeling it on my skin. I do think that it does give a pretty decent amount of coverage, as you know, just like anything else I would wear, because I don't like heavy makeup. So as far as that goes, so 2 points for that. Just not really liking how it's settling into the fine lines. But all right, I will see you guys in a couple hours, and yeah, we'll see how this works. Hey guys, it's Charisma. Okay, so it's been a few hours, and I have to say, I just want to wipe this stuff off my face. It feels very dry on my skin. I already have dry skin anyway. I'm not liking anything about this foundation. I'll try to get in closer. It just really, I don't know if you can see, but it's real patchy. Pardon my eyebrows, but it's very drying on my skin. It's sitting in my pores here. And like I said, I don't really have big pores. And right now, I was downstairs and I was doing my blog and updating some of my affiliates, and my skin feels dry. Like it really feels, when I touch it, it feels very dry. And typically when I put foundations on the foundations that I use, I don't have that feeling. I try to use the same thing today. So this one's gonna be a pass for me. I think maybe if you have oily skin and or like younger skin, I think this would work amazing on you. It's just, I don't think that it's for mature skin. It's definitely not for dry skin. But I do think that the benefit, I do think that it photographs very well. And the coverage and the match is pretty darn good. So I'll give them that. I'll give them where their just dues should be. But yeah, the bottle, like I said, there's a design flaw somewhere in it, and yeah, I'm just not liking it on my skin. It's just very, very, very dry. And I don't like the lines that it's left on my skin at all. And again, like I said, I feel like it just really has settled into all my creases, that the Hourglass, and the Merle Norman, and even the least expensive one that I use, the Wet n Wild. I don't feel like any of those do that. Using the same primer, which again is the Merle Norman 24 karat gold face firming primer, not sponsored. And yeah, so this is gonna be a pass. Again though, I think if you're a young person, I think it'll be a great one for you, but not for us older ladies, or not for us ladies who have dry skin. So, all right guys, that was my update. Hopefully we'll have a new video out on Friday. And that's it. That's it. I'm gonna get this uploaded, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and God bless.